Sertich's got work. That's a good thing. It's not news, but this time it's permanent.
I think closure for probably the biggest local story from last year finally happening today. 2 months ago, former UMD men's hockey coach Mike Sertich was named the interim head coach over at Michigan Tech. Today, like a prize in the old Wheel of Fortune, the job became his to keep. We sent our Chris Long to Houghton, Michigan today for the official announcement.
And I must say, maybe the biggest day in my life.
And so it begins, the second stage of Mike Sertich's coaching career.
A second chance at a career is something that most people don't ask for and never receive.
Some may say the Michigan Tech program has been a sinking ship, wondering why Sertich would choose to jump aboard. But he looks at the program as more of a sleeping giant.
The task at hand is monumental, to say the least, but it's a challenge, and that's a challenge that I really look forward to. We have obviously a long way to go, but I think the cornerstones, the footings, if you will, are in place. The basement's dug, and I think now we can erect a superstructure and get this program back to the national level that it once held.
I think the guys are responding really well to it, and I think just with him signing his 4-year deal and having a commitment to us, we're giving the commitment to him, and I think things are just going to get better from there.
The other major factor in both Sertich's decision to stay and Michigan Tech's decision to hire him is that he's definitely not the same coach or the same person he was in his final few years in Duluth.
I think there's no doubt about that. Mike and I have talked about it, and he really had a tough couple of years last 2 years in Duluth, and he was looking over his shoulder, and he just wasn't the same Mike Sertich, and I think that enthusiasm's come back.
If you don't know yourself, how can you teach and how can you lead? And I found out that to be very true in my reflections on my prior time in Duluth.
Obviously, anytime you're moving your life and your career, quality of life is an important consideration. Now, while here in Houghton in the Upper Peninsula is a different location for Mike Sertich, it's really not that different than the Duluth area where he spent his 18 years as a coach with the Bulldogs. He'll be able to do all the outdoor activities he's been accustomed to, and check it out, they've even got a lift bridge.
I've traveled around the world, but my heart has never left the North Country. And to be a part of this particular area of the United States makes me proud. It's got everything a man could desire in his life.
Because it is such a perfect fit, Sertich plans to move his permanent home to an address outside of Minnesota for the first time in his professional life.
I am a Yooper, and I can speak Yooperese, so.
But the move and all the other details of becoming a full-time Yooper will have to wait until season's end. For now, he's got to get ready to take on Alaska Anchorage this weekend. Chris Long, News Channel 3 Sports in Houghton, Michigan.
Sertich's deal is for 4 years at a reported $100,000 a season. Here's a key item. Tech's biggest series of the year always falls during Houghton's Winter Carnival. This year it's February the 9th and the 10th against the UMD Bulldogs.